NTaOK.info presents New Tales and Old Kingdoms.
Campaign 1, Episode 12, Memoirs from the Past. We left our party with one dangling off of a trussel, in a gorge, in a cavern. Let's continue the story.
So you're dangling by a rope, you got a spear in your foot.
Right.
You are holding him.
No, he's tied to his waist. The rope is. I'm just standing over the edge.
You're not tied to him?
Yeah, we decided to use you as an anchor, so we tied the rope around your waist.
I'll be your anchor.
So
That's funny.
Anthony, so that you know where you're at, you're standing on top of a trellis, some tracks.
Okay.
And what you see is kind of like this 100 feet down, kind of dim, glowing valley.
Well, I have a rope tied around myself.
You have a rope tied around yourself. You just got done spearing him in the foot,
Okay, cool.
which was purely dice situated.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, that's what you get. For something. I'll figure it out.
That was the right color.
No.
The 10 that you just pulled?
I don't think that's what he gets.
No, I'm saying the 10 that you pulled was the right color. If you guys can't tell, I just like randomly collect dice.
What? I don't know what would have given me that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of remind me of the dude, what's the candy from the boxes? Nerds. It reminds me of a nerd box.
I literally got those from Chessex like 6-7 months ago. I bought a 1 pound bag. I'm thinking about buying another 2 pounds worth of dice. Because you can never have enough dice.
Never. To you.
Alright. So basically you're dangling by the thing, you're in pain, your eyes are wincing, you're like just, tears are about to pour from your eyes and you're seeing these mushrooms.
Randy, you're in another situation again.
I want you to do me a favor and I want you to roll the perception.
Here, I almost forgot.
Okay. And we're going to make this difficulty 15 due to the fact that you're in pain and you're dangling from a rope and your eyes are filled full of tears.
Hey, 17.
Okay. You hear a growl. And from what you can see, there's a mist starting to form within the mushrooms.
I'm in a very vulnerable spot, so I'm gonna tug at the rope.
Seriously, I'm not running Underdark. This is just...
No, I mean all the mushrooms that you're explaining.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever want to run through those.
Okay. But yeah, I'm really not running Underdark, so... Yeah, this is just me adding color.
Yeah, wait, so I tug at the rope and you say stop waiting?
Yeah, he's shaking like, quit wiggling.
Fuck off! Bring me up!
Oh. I can make a straight roll. I think I could.
No, he's only like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Hoist him up real quick. As per request, so I don't, put him through any more pain.
You almost kill me again?
Yeah. This time was like completely out of my power.
Yeah, he didn't do it this time. That was him.
It's true. I said we want to kill me.
I don't like that one either. That works. Roll.
Wisdom.
No. Roll dodge.
Disadvantage.
No, dodge.
It's not skill roll.
No, it's athletics, sorry.
Athletics.
Would be the closest thing to it.
Okay, luckily you get +3 in that. No, 16.
You hear, as the mist is getting closer, you hear something whoosh past your ear.
Pull me up. Faster. Faster.
So can I try to strength roll just with one quick pull? So I'm not alright, I'm gonna try this to get you up faster.
But you're talking about trying to pull 100 feet or about 75 feet worth of rope right now. In 1 year.
I gotta get him out, man. I gotta get him out.
And you gotta realize that the platform that you're standing on is only about 5 feet wide.
I'll catch him if I have to. When it comes down to it, I'll catch him.
I'm about to die.
Oh,
You might die. 11.
it doesn't work. He just bounces on the end of the rope. Once again,
You're just laying me out like a lathe for fucking fishing.
you saw it.
Maybe we can try and like bait things out.
Not your word. I've done it. I've done it before.
That's 2 in a row.
I've done it before. Trust me. You can do it. I've done it.
Thanks to the end of Randy Dandy.
What?
No, Randy doesn't end here.
5 points of damage as you feel claws raking into your calf.
Oh.
That ain't what I think it is then.
I yell out.
Creatures I came up with.
That's what I thought. Say,
Or
into the Lycon sprouts do not have claws.
No, this is something that I came up with, which I think is really cool.
Not even a Lycon.
Where we at?
I yell out. Faster, please.
Only better. I can only imagine just like at the very end, just every single like
He's not even trying to climb the rope. He could try and do a strength roll and climb the rope.
lazy asshole.
I didn't think of that. I was afraid, and
So what kind of roll to help me pull faster? Would that still be strength?
Well, you can always ask him to help.
He might pull he might pull my beard.
It would also be athletics.
Correct.
I think I'm good with athletics. Actually, really good with athletics. Plus
No, you just turn around and just start running.
Okay, just before you roll right there, I yell, I'm your prey! You need to save me!
That's true.
He does make money.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll athletics so I can start pulling him up faster.
Just turn around and run.
Or turn around and run. Alright, I'm gonna turn the other direction so it's sprinting. So it's +6. I'm 5.
What's your strength?
+4.
No, what's the actual number?
Oh, 18.
Okay. You start wrenching him up, but you can hear that rope biting as it's hit a crack between the tracks. Or between the 2 pieces of rope, or the 2 pieces of board, the one that's going this way and the one that's going this way. You hear it as you're pulling.
Oh, no.
So, about this time, you hear something that kind of sounds like a panther roar. And you hear another swipe coming towards you.
Pretty high AC.
Does your AC beat an 18 or a 20?
No.
But that's not what I was rolling for. I was rolling to see if they miss. And in this instance, they do. It's just story-wise. You're getting just like, if it would have hit you, it would have been on your foot. So, you've now got them up at about the 50-foot mark. There's this, from what you guys can see, there's this mist that's kind of filled up like a good 30% of the mushroom area. Well, you guys don't know this mushroom, but he does. The glowing area, there's like this mist that's forming over it. And about 30% of it right now is covered in mist, especially where he was at.
I grab the section and rub a little bit below, so I try to pull it, and then I'll try to pull up a bit too.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, my good sir. I'm glad you decided to help us stand there and stroke your beard menacingly.
You put money involved.
You're the one that put me down here.
No, wait, how is he money? You guys are still supposed to get money from the Arcanus.
He has money on him.
The thing that we don't sell.
He has an name.
Which we have no idea how much what it even is, and it could be worth absolutely nothing.
whole group of motherfuckers would
That is also
try to
true.
kill me for it. It's obviously worth something.
Okay, so you got him dangling about halfway up right now. The mist is about, I'd say, 10 feet below where you're at. But you guys can definitely see that there's a mist forming over the bottom of the valley, concentrating mostly under him.
What about his pull attempt?
He's still about the same level.
Oh.
Alright, so I try to pull myself up now. Now collecting my thoughts and trying to think rationally about how to survive.
Now comes the tricky part. You're in pain.
It's true, with my calf.
Well, your calf and your foot. And you're trying to do a strength check while bleeding out. I'm going to have you roll disadvantage.
We have to lose.
It's strength disadvantage.
I got +1, so it's a 19 and a 3.
It's the 3.
So basically you're just bouncing at the end trying to get your hand onto the rope kind of shit as you're trying to fucking...
Alright, I'll start pulling him up.
You can be my hero, baby.
So I'm just
No.
Okay. So you go ahead and pull him up. You guys get him up to the thing, and he really looks fucked up. From what you guys can see, not only does he still have a spear hanging out of his foot, which he's screaming about, but he's now also got this really nice 4-claw bleeding calf mark.
Jesus.
Tis,
I don't have anything to
tis but a scratch. Help.
I don't have anything to heal.
Cleric.
Like claw, help.
Yeah, I go ahead and just rip out the spear or the javelin.
Still in his foot.
Yeah.
Roll con.
20.
Yeah, okay, so you actually survived that issue.
And then I hand back the rock tower.
There you go. Whip off the blood that was on it.
And I'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds.
So then that's 1d6 or 1d8?
1d8. Oh, you lucky dog. You get like 12 HP back.
Well,
Jumps right up. Oh, right. What happened?
so mushrooms, and a cat thing missed. And
Yeah, I can see the mist down there.
Are you telling me your cat did that to you?
I think yes, that pussy was mad.
Who's the pussy now?
He asked you a question.
Alright, well, I have no intentions of going down there. Either you guys?
I'm afraid if I get one on the rope, none of you will lift my cat up back up. So no, I'm not going down there.
On the other hand, you guys could just tie it off the fucking trellis. Alright, so you guys are headed down the tracks. You guys get like to the other side wait, hold on. Are we headed further down the tracks or back up to check on the horses?
No, further down.
Yeah, also I'm ahead of the group to check for traps.
Do you want to go back up or do you want to continue further?
Yes, keep going.
Okay.
Let's keep the momentum.
So you guys get down about another 100 feet down the tracks, 150 feet down the tracks, and there's something kind of blocking your way. It kind of looks like a giant piece of old metal.
A giant slab.
Well, no, it's not completely blocking the way, but it looks like it's just like sitting on the tracks. This huge, rusted out piece of metal.
Like a sheet. Like a sheet.
Well, no. More like a sheet, but it is like a sheet, but it's round. It's round on the front, and there's like this weird kind of, I don't know, pointing thing down towards the bottom of the tracks. It's like iron bars, like, I don't know, 4 inches round.
Does it look like a safe?
Kind of.
Oi, money.
This looks more like an entrance to something that's Something very big that's not money.
Or very valuable.
You can see that there is a gap all the way around this object that's placed in your way, but it does look like it's in the way.
It has like those giant bars sticking out in like everywhere around it.
Just down towards the bottom.
Just down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Does it look like they're circular bars?
No, they're square, but they are bars.
They're squares?
They're aimed down like this, and then there's like this big disc kind of thing that's kind of protruding towards you.
Okay, so it kind of almost looks like a locomotive, like poorly drawn with like the front end piece sticking down. Okay, I get the picture now.
I think they're trying to protect something valuable.
Well, no, it could possibly be because those bars are probably designed so that if it tries to get pushed, it locks itself down. It could be.
So let's try to get past it.
I don't think,
There's plenty of room around it. Yeah, it looks like it's blocking the path from large things going down the path.
Can I inspect it closer? Like,
Sure.
brush some dust off on it, see if there's any writing or anything on it?
As you walk up to it, you notice that there's like wheels and big chunks of metal that are rotting on it, and there's a hole in the side about this big. Along the cylinder part of it, there's a hole about this big in the side of it, and when you look inside of there, you can see that it's like completely open. It's just like there was something in there at one point, but it's gone.
How deep is the opening?
About 10 feet.
Like it looks like it contains a body, or
It's about 10 feet wide, and it's about 15, 20 feet long.
So I would...
okay, so it's a large container. It's a long, large container.
On wheels.
It is on wheels.
Yes.
Okay, this thing is very heavy. That's most likely what.
It's also very old, from what you can tell.
So I could probably fit through that hole, but concerning the blast...
I've got some rope.
No. With this, we're talking about a hole that's like at a upward angle, so you have to climb into it.
And I'm not going to do that again. Right? Not after the blast.
Because it's really old most likely there's probably some holes that rusted open on the sides or maybe on the back. So let's try to squeeze around the sides and see if there is any rust openings, or let's just try to get around on the back side of it. See if there's any machine parts that might actually work to help push it. Maybe it can be moved.
All right, you first.
All right.
Okay. Sitting on the same set of wheels towards the back, there's a box with holes cut into it. And there was at one point a roof, but it seems to be all you're seeing is the lip of the roof left over. The actual where the roof was is rusted through.
Okay, so there is a hole at the top.
Yes, in the box.
Alright, go look inside, just peer into it.
Well, there's also just steps going up the side to the box.
Alright,
the box.
I go up to it and I just peer directly into it.
Okay, and basically you see a whole bunch of controls and knobs and levers, and you have no clue what it is or what it was.
Hey, how's it looking there?
Very technical. Very technical.
You got this?
Down towards the bottom, like in the dead center, there's almost a door that's cracked out that much that you can see.
I go near to the door and see if I can try to
But it's only like literally that big.
That big. I try to open it up.
You open it up and all you see is ashes in the bottom.
Okay, so by the guessing of that, that's a heat box, which means it's probably could be coal powered, steam powered.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Dwarven thought. Kind of have some things like that.
You're being quiet in there. You need some help?
Thinking, fuck off. Alright, I try to find some like coal or stuff to burn.
Okay, and it seems that there's like nothing in the area you're in. Pitch, well, you can see, although it is a pitch black tunnel, and there's just the locomotive sitting there by itself, rusting away.
Okay. It looks like this thing might not be able to move.
Are you sure you don't need help?
I go and search for the biggest lever.
Okay.
I pull it. The biggest item the biggest switch is always the power button. That's what I've learned.
You two are standing together, I'm guessing?
Yeah, on the other side of it.
Alright, I forget what the actual what I want you to roll.
Are we on the wrong side of this? Crap. Oh, Randy Dandy, always in the bad place.
Oh, actually, no. Sometimes the biggest levers are brakes.
So you're breaking it.
Okay,
You're letting go of
that
that
works. Roll perception.
Awesome.
8, you had a 0.
7.
Perception. Oh, shit. No, yeah, you're right.
Okay, both of you guys jump startled as this giant mechanism that's beside you just goes into place. Yes! And it stops. I mean, it's just like one solid, quick movement, but it's enough to get both of you. What the fuck?
Battle mode.
I'm onto something.
Don't do it again.
Whatever you're doing, stop it.
Alright, I'll keep looking. I'm a dwarf, this is like fucking amazing shit!
I don't feel safe being
Okay, I move like an extra 50 feet back. Just from where
Back up the hole or down the hole?
No, just from away from this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go join him. Because if I'm in it, if it starts moving, at least I'm gonna be left behind.
When you get up inside, you notice that there's like all these handles and levers and whatnot, and then there's the firebox, which is down low. And he's like fucking with the knobs.
Are any of these buttons shiny in any way?
No, these are all rusted. The wood on the handles are starting with kind of like dry rot.
I'm looking at them and go, if we can get something burning in this, I believe we can get shit done.
Don't tell me that you're gonna stick your ass in an electric fart.
I would never do that.
Alright, so.
Oh, you didn't hear how Alex went and met his god, did you?
No, I told him. I already.
With a stick in his ass?
And ripped apart into the crack.
Yeah.
So, I say we search for some coal. There's gotta be coal down a little bit farther at least.
Or wood.
I've got things that can burn.
But you didn't hear that. You're too far away. They're talking to each other.
That's true.
And you can use your lightning from your fingertips. Capture?
Technically, that I
Wait,
need to have
thunder.
No, I can do a thunder wave. Yeah, it's not actual lightning.
What would it be instead?
It's a shock. I have a tinderbox. I can light some. I can burn
Well, I
stuff.
have one too, because I have an explorer's pack.
Yes. So if we don't have wood or coal,
We can get wood.
Can I hurt? Can I?
Most guys can.
Except if you're born with a certain disease.
Can I at least hear them?
You can hear them mumbling, but you can't hear what they're saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, after a while of them murmuring, I guess start to creep up closer again.
Brandy! Short step, we need something to burn.
Get over here. Wait. Stop. Breaking fourth wall. Get your ass over here. We need something to burn. The next thing that you see is ready to get you thrown into the
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm picturing too. I'm like,
Mission complete. Let's go home, boys.
now we got the necklace and we don't have the neck strap.
I will take these.
All right, so
okay, I respond with, I have something to burn, but what exactly are you talking about burning?
Just get in here.
Alright, fine. And I work my way through and get up to them.
Run, grab
basically, you're standing in a box. There's a bunch of levers, rotting wood, old, rusty. Surprised that the handle even moved because there's that much rust. But anyway, it's just a box with a bunch of levers in it.
A bunch of stuff I don't understand.
so what do you got?
I have a Dungeoneer's pack.
He's also a thief. Might want to check for traps or something stupid like that.
So what do you got to burn?
I mean, there's got to be something in my Dungeoneer's pack to burn, right?
No, this is a tinder's box.
A whole tinder's box.
Yes, but that's only...
A tinder box is just designed to help start the flame.
Oh, only to start it.
Unless Unless you got like torches, and even still, the torch isn't going to get hot enough.
No, that's why we need to find a bunch of wood or coal. Like I've been saying.
Tiny chests. I'm half tempted to actually throw you in there now. I wasn't before.
Okay.
No, we don't have anything. So I say, let's go search for some
Now I
stuff.
have a tiny chest. We can burn that.
It's not enough.
You know what? I don't care what you say about your tiny chest. You know that's not going to help. Okay.
I'm talking about.
I mean, your tits have nothing to do with burning.
Alright, so
Yeah, these like G cups to get this bitch moving.
alright, so I get out and I just start walking further.
Alright, so you guys are headed down the tunnel, and basically you reach like this giant open cavern where you can see at one point, as a dwarf, you can see that there was actual mining of some kind in this area. It's not that. Alright, so where was we?
Heading down the tunnel.
Yeah.
No, we were still on the
No, we got out.
Yeah.
Because it was
It's cool.
it was just flavor.
We go deeper.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I was gonna say into the butthole, but you know, I wanted to give someone else credit.
Okay, so you're in this fairly large cavern. It's about 150, 200 feet wide. And the ceiling on it, shut up, thank you. The ceiling on it is about, I'd say, 90 feet up, 75 feet up, somewhere in there.
Okay, so we're in an open area now.
Fairly open area.
Okay.
The ground, although not 100% flat, is fairly level. What did we say that your max vision was?
It was a standard dark vision range, but it was just regular true sight.
No. We bumped it up. I thought it was 120.
Oh.
60.
Yeah, 120.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll a perception.
I'm in front. Do I need to do that too?
No, because you don't have the same vision.
Yeah.
You don't have your tail yet.
5. Lower 1.
Something doesn't look right on one of the walls. But it's like the tracks continue straight through the middle of this cavernous area and go down, and there's like an opening where the tracks continue down, but something doesn't look right to you on like the western wall.
Okay. Slowly get a little closer.
You notice that it looks like a cave-in of some kind, or like something that was purposely built to clog up that some kind of hole that's there on the wall.
Okay. Nothing else I can really do.
I'm just checking for traps and shit.
No traps. Nothing like that.
I can't see anything.
He's human, that's right.
Yep. You're blind.
Pretty blind in the situation.
Well, how have you been seeing this whole time?
I just been following.
No, we lit a torch for him.
Okay. Well, you guys are, it's like I said, it's an open area. You've got the caved-in tunnel where you can continue down the tracks.
For a small amount of time, I'll try to pull some of the rubble off to try to get a small opening.
You get about 8 minutes into it, and you realize that this is like a fair amount of rocks that you're going to need help, and it's going to take you at least an hour to get through it.
Babies enough for that?
Yeah, that's not the type of help I need.
Okay.
Was you on over? Pretty good over rocks. I'm gonna do a strength roll trying to move these rocks faster.
Sure. There's no like real need to do it until you get about an hour and 5 minutes into it.
We'll do about 30 minutes and see where we get. And we'll make a decision.
Okay, so you're about there and you're starting to feel some kind of draft coming through the hole.
Okay, so
And it's warm.
It's next. Who farted?
Good enough for me.
Alright, we'll continue to dig out until I can at least see deep into it.
As you're pulling the rocks out, you can see that there's like glow that you've seen down in the valley, further down, and it's like you got like maybe a hole this about 8 inches in diameter, and you can like see like light coming from it.
But it's kind of like the glow from down there. Put it back. Put it back. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is a nope area. This is a nope zone.
Okay.
Go. Tell him to take the rock. Put it right back there. Let's go.
Are you sure that there aren't like any valuables? Or?
Would you like to go see another pussy?
No. I'm full on pussy for the day.
All right. Rock back there. Just nope.
Okay, so the only other exit is the tracks.
Gonna go down the tracks.
Okay, you're about 200-300 feet down, further down the tracks, and it's slowly sloping back up, and you're starting to smell air, like clean, fresh air.
Okay. What do you think?
I like clean air.
Let's
me
continue
too.
forward. We'll continue going up.
Okay.
I prefer sea air, but
When you continue up and you come to the other end, and it's like walking out the side of the mountainside. But when you entered, there was no mountains. It was a fairly flat forest. Now you're like, as you're headed out, you can see like some kind of rock face on the other side, kind of like a valley that has the tracks continuing through it, kind of, but there's like no overhead on the tracks. It's like somebody cut a chunk out of this large hill, rocky hill, that the tracks cut through.
so what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking we don't have horses.
We have a rope.
I'm not going anywhere near that rope.
I say we go back, grab the horses.
How are you going to get them over the trellis?
The gorge. I think you can carry one at a time.
We're too hard anyway.
You're
That's
strong.
going to be like probably somewhere in a DC 20.
Damn.
You're strong, lad.
We're talking 1,200 pounds. I highly doubt that he's going to carry
If you
1,200
can do
pounds.
it.
Strong will, baby.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I mean, it's just a regular track. They can walk over it.
Horses won't walk over something that's got gaps in it. Just like that's how they make cow catchers, or not cow catchers. I forget what they call them. Basically, anywhere where a fence goes, they put this thing with 4-inch gaps in there, and the cow won't go over it because it can't traverse that without falling through.
Okay. Yeah.
Cow stops, I think they're going back.
Yeah, we can't really do much without. I mean, we can continue going forward, but we ain't got horses now.
They're called cattle guards. And the reason why I'm remembering that is because when Obama was told about the 15,000 cattle guards that were in the United States, in approximately 15,000, he was wondering why we were paying people to watch cows.
All right. Well. So we either continue through here without our horses, or we just go back to our horses.
Listen, I've been through a lot.
You don't have much say.
I say we go through. We've already gone this far.
No, as a DM, I'm interrupting. I'm going to give you guys an idea. You guys can also go over on their horses, go over to where you're at.
So we just have cleaner.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, you guys technically went under the whole way to get to this point, but you guys can go back to the horses and go over.
Wanna just do that then?
We can't always leave the horses behind. We're gonna have to do that.
Sure you can. We'll just do goblin food.
Yeah. They're not. I mean, it doesn't bother me that they get eaten.
Yeah, but none of them were yours.
Exactly.
None of them were loaned to you either.
Yo.
So,
Are we?
Let's go back and get the horses.
Yeah, we go back and get the horses.
Nah. Fine.
There are horses, bitch. I ain't gonna walk that much.
He's gonna work harder than you do.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for them for those horses?
For free.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, on loan from the city.
Oh, alone.
Can you imagine if we came back with no horses?
Yeah.
They'll be okay with like 1 or 2 missing, but you know,
Whole fucking thing, all 6 of them.
This is, I've loaned money before and come back without.
it was only 5.
It's close enough.
I've loaned money before, but I've never loaned. How much do horses cost?
It depends. Some could cost.
I feel like we're wasting time here. We need to move.
Yeah, let's go.
I just want to talk money, alright?
You are.
For now.
Nice. Yeah, so we go back. We go back there.
Okay. Then you get past the first cavern, past the locomotive, over the trellis, mist is gone, and back up into the hovel that the goblins are in.
Okay.
I don't feel like doing the voices for the goblins right now.
Then we'll do just a little quickie thing.
Alright, so basically you talk to the goblins. What was it that you promised them? I forgot.
I know I made another bet.
Yes, it was a bet to watch the...
I made a bet saying, because it's always a bet, you can't make a deal. It's always got to be a bet. I bet them, I can't remember, I recall betting that, watch your horses. If we don't come back, you get to keep the horses. But if we do come back, we get the horses and we will leave you guys peacefully.
Okay, but with that, how long is if we don't come back?
I think I said like a day or 2.
I don't think you said any.
I didn't say
time.
any day, any actual time, no.
So technically, 15 minutes, you didn't come back. They could eat your horses.
Oh, we'll have to come back and see, because if not, I'm killing them fuckers.
Are we about to fight a goblin horde over a bunch of horses?
Yes.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Alright, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So you guys get up in there and the goblins are gone.
The entire place is empty.
It's empty.
Horses.
Gone.
Son of a bitch. Well, that's on you guys. I was just bring them on.
Actually, I thought you were the money.
Shut up.
Alright, so I'm out of ideas. Now what?
You walked all the way back. Horses are...
You're only talking like maybe an hour and a half walk back.
So tired.
You with all your muscles?
Exactly. Big guy.
Okay.
No, something had to happen because it said this is their home now. This is their territory. So why would they leave?
That's a good question.
They wouldn't leave unless someone else took their territory.
Can we check if there's any like remnants of or like clues of where they might have gone?
Yeah, we might be in
Would that
danger.
be perception? Or
Yeah, actually it would.
Yeah, can I roll 2?
Sure.
5. Jesus.
15.
I'm glad you guys rolled too.
14.
12. Unless you're proficient in it.
No.
You rolled 12, and then you also have plus perception. Oh yeah. No, you have a +0 in it.
Yeah, and then
A perception check.
I'm proficient in it, so I get a
Oh,
+2.
okay. Yeah. All right.
You're a DM.
Aside from all their stuff still being there, only the horses and the goblins are missing.
Alright,
It's
so
like there's no
something
sense of fighting,
Somebody came and pushed them away.
or they just saw another opportunity and just left
No.
their horses.
Goblins left territory. They don't like leaving anywhere else. They like claiming territory, and then they stay.
They left all their stuff.
They left all their shit. That means something came and pushed them away. Either ate them or scared them away.
I'm gonna rummage through their shit.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start
You
looting.
find absolutely nothing
Useful.
useful.
So they took.
But they probably have a lot of wood.
Well,
I can just see like 15 goblins running with powders that are like half their weight. I would.
Pissing on a truck.
Roll perception.
10.
Okay. You notice that where Aruru went through the fucking wall, there's now a really nasty dark crack in the wall.
Does it look familiar?
No, you guys didn't see the crack in the first place
Okay.
because the god was hiding it, but you guys don't know that.
Dark crack. Alright. There's a dark crack.
Where?
Like
Right
about
there.
like about 5-6 feet tall, running through the stone.
Shit, I have no way of detecting if it's magical or not. I don't get that till like
I throw a pebble at it.
Till like level 3.
You said it out loud, right? Like,
Yeah, I just point at it and like, but
yeah, so I throw a pebble.
Doesn't happen.
You should touch it.
I can only imagine, like,
You should touch it.
where you touch it.
I'm not gonna touch it. You're big and strong. I'm small and weak.
You know what the worst part about it is from this angle? He is small and weak.
That's why I like using this chair.
We got the actual character levels here. We got the dwarf, the halfling, and then the tall ass human.
Yeah. Exactly. You're big and strong.
Go touch the wall.
I'm not gonna touch the wall.
touch the wall.
I touch the wall and something bad happens. All your money is gone.
The wall.
So far, from what you guys can tell, there's just a giant crack there. It's probably
Does it
5
look,
feet tall and probably about an inch wide.
does it look singed?
No,
At all.
It's just like kind of like
just dark.
So it doesn't look magical at all? Or
From what you can tell, no.
oh.
Here's
No.
another question. Is there still, like, footprints of the goblins outside?
No, there's no prints.
You know, we saw something similar.
Footprints.
We saw something similar to this, and
You know what? I touched something stupid. I go touch it. I already touched something once.
somebody already put his butthole up against something and died.
That's why it's dark.
Alright, fine. Let's share for what I have to sell.
What?
I'm saying get more money when I have to sell this thing that I have.
Because if you die too.
Yeah, if you die, then I get more money.
So does that mean you want to touch it?
No!
You once you.
I'm just up for you touching it.
Ah, go fucking touch it!
Where's your hit points at right now?
13.
What's your max?
13.
Aside from a feeling of euphoria, nothing really happens.
Euphoria. Like his dick tingles?
No, like kind of like comfortable within your own skin, but you're not in your own skin kind of euphoria.
So how was it?
I try to focus on the mark while touching it.
So?
The horses went this way.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
So you step out of the little hovel, and you realize that the tracks for the horses are headed towards town.
Well, that concludes our episode. We're on iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, and Podbean. Our email is NTaOKpod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at NTaOKpod. Thanks to Gooey Frog for the intro music and Ask Again for the music you're listening to now. And most of all, thank you for listening.
One final note for this episode. I'm trying to make the show a lot better. Any feedback from you guys would be really helpful in this department. You can link up with us on Twitter. You can leave us an iTunes review. You can even go as far as sending us an email at ntaokpod@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.